Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to go over my AI growth portfolio for 2026, which I actually have not shown in a video yet. But let's go ahead and look at it. It's actually in Snowball Analytics over here. So we're going to show this window, and this is what we've got. So total as of today, $627,444 off of an initial $610,507 invested. Now, the total profit of this account so far is almost $17,000. So this account is absolutely on fire. What we're going to be doing throughout 2026 is comparing dividend to growth investing, and we'll keep doing like weekly updates to see which one comes out ahead in terms of total return. And I'll give a little hint. I kind of have an idea which one will come out ahead in terms of total return at the end of the year, but who knows? We'll see. So anyway, let me announce to Discord really quick that I'm live, and let's do this here. Okay. Here we go. So I'm saying join in and smash that like button. Okay, so with that being said, let's look at the sectors first of all before I unveil the stocks that the portfolio is invested in. And for dividend investors out there, believe it or not, it's actually making almost $500 annually. So we didn't completely shut out dividends in this account. So the sectors are obviously heavily information technology, energy, communication, and industrials. And it's a heavily weighted AI portfolio. Okay, so let's check it out. So let's go in here now and look at the individual holdings. Okay, so obviously we've got drum roll, Meta, pretty good size, and Meta pays a dividend now. So we've got Meta, 150 shares. We've got Cameco Corporation, 1,000 shares. ARM Holdings, 750 shares. Nebius. Now I have Nebius pegged at 100% upside for the year. So that one I'm absolutely excited about. And some of my other accounts you may have seen, I've actually done some cash secured puts on Nebius. AppLovin, now they just missed their earnings, but AppLovin has absolutely been on fire over the past year or so, and hopefully that continues into 2026. Applied Digital, 2,500 shares, that is, and you can see current value. And then Arista Networks, 800 shares. So total, the portfolio is doing great. It's up. These two, so out of the 7 stocks, these two are actually paying dividends. So now that I'm showing this, it's time for it to tank, right? Because that's usually what happens, right? Almost seems like sometimes I wonder, the more I show stuff, I wonder if what I show, I don't know, maybe like short sellers are like, hey, short that, tank that because he's in it. I don't know. I don't think I'm that big of a fish, but to some people, you never know. They see future potential. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, though, as some of you know. Okay, so maybe I should just do other portfolios of stuff I'm like not in, so then they can try to tank that. It's like a, what do you call it? A bait and switch. So anyway, but would I do such a thing? Highly doubtful. Or is it? Anyway, so with that being said, so yeah, Nebius, I'm very bullish on. Obviously, wouldn't be in it if I wasn't. Notice no SMCI though. You notice in 2026, I'm pivoting away from SMCI and MSTR and some of the others. I don't hardly hear anyone talk about Apple anymore. But obviously, I'm very bullish on Meta. Cameco is one of the biggest energy suppliers for the AI revolution, of course. Now, in another account, you all have seen, I've got BEX, Bloom Energy. I've got cash secured puts on that. So let me break down now. Let me show you all some more angles here. So in terms of diversification, it's probably not a super diversified portfolio, but we all know what Warren Buffett says about diversification. So the most heavily weighted security is Arista Networks, followed by Cameco, followed by Meta, followed by Nebius, followed by ARM Holdings, and then Applied Digital, and then AppLovin. I'm loving it, right? And so, as I indicated earlier, the heaviest sector is information technology. Then we've got energy, then we've got communication services, then industrials. Uh, Asset class, it's all stocks. I don't do any bonds. Obviously, USD, North America. Oh, and then we've got other. How about that? Canada, and then other. How about that? Okay, So that is that. Let me know if you all have any questions in the comment section. In terms of transactions, so the buys were all done really in late November, mid-November, some of them late October actually, mid-October to late Oc I'm sorry, some of these I've had actually quite a while, early to mid-October. So you see some of them I'm actually up in just about every position, except AppLovin, because AppLovin actually missed earnings, same with ARM. So the timing, it's weird, go figure. The ones that I actually got into in October, I'm still way up in those. And then the ones that I got into later, 2 of those 4 are down, so go figure. But all in all, the portfolio is doing well, as opposed to the dividend portfolio. Should I review the dividend portfolio? No, I know none of this growth stuff excites any of you all. You all really only care about dividends, so maybe I should just pivot to the dividend portfolio. What do we say? I can look at that one as well, because 'cause I'm only about what did I get, 6 minutes in here? But anyway, obviously, I believe all of these stocks have tremendous upside. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in them, wouldn't be talking about them. So with that being said, maybe I will just switch over to the dividend portfolio. So let me do this over here. I wish I had it all under one. I think I have a separate account for that one. So comment away, and definitely if you like this, please smash that like button. And in the meantime, I will go ahead and I'll let you all look at my handsome face while I switch over to my other one. So we'll just go over both in one. All right. So the other one, which you all see me talk about a lot, is my dividend portfolio. So we'll go over the weekly income for that. And here we go. So this one isn't as impressive, at least not to me. To some of you all that salivate over dividends, obviously it is. So this one's 209,562. It's down from 218. So I'm still net and net ahead with what I have on the growth side, but on the dividend side, I'm significantly down, at least from 218 to 209. That's what, a $9,000 drop. So obviously I've got BTCI, Blocks, WPay, AIPI, and FEPI. So all of you dividend warriors are saying, now we're talking dividends, right? So see the like count just doubled. Obviously negative IRR, 33% passive income. So it's about 70,000 in dividends. And by the way, WPay is starting to recover. Now here's another strategy I had. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't think I have one that pays today, but I do definitely have weekly payers here. But here is probably what my next video is going to be about. Instead of the last strategy I talked about for hedging WPay, I have a new strategy that I'm going to unveil, which involves covered calls. So I've found in my extensive research, I've found that covered calls are actually a better play to hedge some of these dividend ETFs instead of buying the puts, because at least with the covered calls, so my break even price right now for WPay is like 45.92 or so. So basically, I have like in one account, I was looking at not this account, but another account, I have like 1,500 shares. So if I was doing covered calls at like $45, think about this. If it absolutely tanked, I would just realize all of that premium. Now, obviously, my upside would be capped, but basically, the 92 cents per share is almost enough. If you look at the premium right at $45, the premium for those 92 cents per share is almost the same as what the covered call premium would be. So it's like a win win. So that could potentially be my next strategy to hedge some of these dividend ETFs, right? So if y'all are liking what I'm laying down, smash that like button, 2 thumbs way, way up. Greatly helps the algorithm. And subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. And it lets you get like early access to my videos, be the first one to see when I publish a exciting dividend update. Okay, with all of that being said, so we've got 5 funds here, obviously down 3.74%, which is like a money market rate, right? But in terms of holdings, this is the holdings here. Obviously, pretty much 1,100 shares, except for BTCI, which is an even 1,000 shares. And then my next dividend payments, you can see tomorrow, January 6th, one of our favorite dates, right? To some people, a date which will live in infamy, as they say. Although I thought that was Pearl Harbor. Anyway, let me shut up before I get myself into trouble here. So 418 for WPay on January 6th. AIPI, sorry, I can't count apparently. 1328.80, that's January 24th. We already got paid actually, I'm sorry, by the way, January 6th, unfortunately, was not it's the ex-dividend date, so the payment date is actually Wednesday, January 7th. January 26th is for AIPI for the next one. January 5th, which was today, we got blocks. The 26th, we also get FEPI, BTCI, and AIPI because those are still monthly. So those, you can see the estimated payments here. We've got 418 here, 1329, 137, 1082, and then 997. So three of them are paying us either over 1,000 or close to 1,000. And then the others, of course, are weekly. So WPay, the most recent dividend is a bit underwhelming, I'll say. Now let's see here, my cost basis here. I want to go over cost basis info over here. Oh, somebody is giving me a virtual hug. Oh, I feel so much better. Thank you so much. It inspires me to keep going. Okay. So, with that being said, let's look at returns. Let's see. There's a lot you can do with this. So, obviously, uh, where is it? Current value. So, the cost basis. Oh, this is easy math because it was 1,000 shares, right? So, 4710. These obviously FEPI bought in higher. Let's see here. Realized gain and loss, they're all at a loss, basically, with WPay being down 9%, AIPA being down 4%, 3.4% down for blocks, 1.6 for FEPI, BTCI. But as they say, we've got NAV erosion on everything, right? So Pirate Justin, you're asking me if I'm sharing my screen. Are you watching on a phone? I'm wondering where you are because, of course, I see the screen and the screen looks fine. Don't scare me like that because I'm known to get a black screen sometimes. I have a black shirt on today. I would rather see the black shirt instead of a black screen. So hopefully you're not seeing a black screen. Retro 5014 says WPay is terrible. Started off good though. Well, hopefully with the underlyings, hopefully it could come back. But anyway, that one is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And join Discord. And we will see you all in the next one. Hasta la vista. Until next time. Let's see. I see you, but was wondering if you were showing your positions. Of course, I'm always showing my positions. My position right now is facing the screen, so that's most important. But the other 5 positions in the account are basically behind me, if that makes sense. So if you didn't see it live, definitely watch the replay as many times as you want. And yeah, of course, we do hope WPay comes back. Thank you all. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.